Folks, it's the appointed hour. We're going to start our meeting, call the meeting to order. I want to welcome everybody. And let's all stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. And I ask Bob Davis back there to lead.
Oh,
Bob.
thanks.
Pledge allegiance to
The flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Bob.
Yep.
Just want to pass the love around to different people.
You know what?
See if they remember.
I'll get over it.
It's the 250th anniversary. Okay, man, let's move on. Roll call. Mr. Sigmund here, Mr. Howe, and I'm here. Any communications or public hearings that people wishing to speak?
Let's see what Mr. Starling's got here.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I can't unmute myself. Sorry about that.
Oh, you're fine, buddy. We've got Carl Ratcliffe that would like to address the board.
Welcome back, Carl.
Yeah.
State your address so we can have it for the record before you do.
Yeah, I'm here on behalf of my flooding that happened last July on 925 North 14th Street where I reside. And property owned beside my house, 919 North 14th Street, I also own. And when Bear Construction came through and did the work, did a great job working in the street. And apparently they forgot to hook up my sewer line. Well, after we had 2 weeks of flushing the toilet, and finally we had a heavy rain that day that it flooded my basement.
They forgot that they didn't hook up your sewer line.
They thought it was an old abandoned line and didn't hook it up.
Okay.
So the city of Clarksburg came, the store department came, they snaked it, found the problem, they called Bear contractor, they came in a few hours, opened it up, got it open, and got the water draining.
Yeah.
At that time I had Crossroad Properties come and started to clean the basement out. Took them like 10 to 12 days.
Wow.
Anyway, make a long story short. Zurich Insurance is Bear company's insurance company.
Yes.
When they did mitigation and their contractor said this is what's going to cost to put everything back the way it was. It was around $18,000. Zurich did pay the mitigation, thankfully, because it's going against my credit record.
Right.
At $8,800 what they paid. But then they said they only going to pay me $11,000. Since I was here at the last meeting, I don't know if Flash or somebody contacted them, and they said we'll give you an extra $1,000. So they're up to $12,100. It's going to take $18,000 what it's going to cost to get everything put back, according to the contractors. Now, when I looked at the itemized statements, they had a water tank like on demand. It's like $4,000, almost $4,000. Like, no, I put it in because I had to. I didn't have a hot water tank. It started leaking. So I did that for about $1,000. So the tank was like $300. Got help. It contracted $300. It's about $1,000 just went for the water tank. So I thought if I can get down halfway, I come halfway around 15, 14, 5, I'd be happy. They're not budgeting. You know, when I go to the doctor or something, I gotta pay 80 or 20%. Or any kind of insurance you have, you pay a deductible. Someone needs to pay the deductible on this claim. I'm not getting any resolve. And I did not want to go to an attorney because, first of all, I called the attorneys I called to. They said that's too small a claim. They didn't want to fool with it, and they want to go against the city or Bear Construction. You know, I'm not complaining about the construction, the employees, Grasher, all great people. The city's worked with me. I'm totally satisfied. You can look at the record, I've never complained at all, ever. I'm a retired pastor, I worked for the city of Philippines for 25 years. I know what you guys deal with on a regular basis. I even brought water samples there from Philippines time and time again because I lived here. But this is not right. I mean, I cannot get any resolve of them say, hey, we're going to pay whatever it takes to get back in there. So I know we still got a few months left before winter gets here. My wife and I, we live in the basement of the house. That's our bedroom. So anyway, this is my last time I'm going to bother you all because I will get an attorney after this. I have to. I don't want to, but because it's going to be another year probably drug out.
Yeah.
Again, the deductibles. I got deductibles. Anything you do, you got deductibles. You got to pay $1,000 deductible, whatever. This is insurance payments. I should be paid a penny, not one penny. I should be fighting for everything that the contractor says, $18,000 and something. I'm going to come halfway. I'm going to come down about 14.5. So right now they're about $2,000 short,
About $2,400?
$2,400.
You said
You're dealing
you
with
said
Zurich.
12,100 is what they're willing to give you.
I'm sorry, Jake.
You said 12,100 is what Zurich's.
That's the last time he called and said, and he emailed me, that's what they're offering, 12-1.
12,100. And you said 14,500.
Yeah,
Is what you're willing to
that's
sell.
that's just my, do some of the stuff, get a friend of mine to help me do it. Materials are like unbelievable now. You have paneling down there, we have carpet in the basement. It's an old house, I agree, but I didn't open a claim with the other house that got flooded. Cause I was doing some work in it, it got flooded too, but I didn't open the claim, I'm like, I'll take care of it. I wish I would have now.
Okay,
Anyway.
Mr. Chairman, I'd recommend we go to executive session real quick with Doug Smith next door, and we'll come back in.
Okay, we can do that. We normally, do we have an executive session later?
We do, but this is for this matter here.
Well, it's not on the agenda.
It doesn't matter, you can still go to executive session.
Okay. We can't make any decisions now.
No, I need direction.
Yeah, I make a motion that we go
Executive session
under
attorney-client privilege. We can get our attorney.
Second.
Okay, there's a motion for duly second. We go into executive session under attorney-client privilege, possible litigation, so on.
Mr. Chairman, I make one.
Yes.
I want to thank Jason. He went to bat for me last year. He got in trouble for it. He shouldn't have. And so he is a key candidate to the city.
He's an awesome man, but I don't know him getting in trouble. Not from us.
Well,
No, it's on the other
No,
side.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's not us.
not for you all.
Okay.
No.
Hey, we love the guy.
I know you did.
All right, we're gonna go to
Appreciate
executive
that.
session.
I need to come out.
Well, we've had our executive session. Motion to go back into regular meeting.
I make that motion.
Second.
Okay. We can't vote to do anything like that in executive session or what, but, our manager will be in communication with you. Okay.
Again, I appreciate your time. I know this is, you guys got too much to worry about other than a small thing like this. But it's affecting our family. I have an autistic son that's, do you know anything about that spectrum? It's,
Believe me,
challenging for
Believe
him.
me, we're very compassionate.
I know you are.
We're compassionate, and we also understand you want to be made whole. I realize that. And he'll be getting a hold of you.
Thank you. Appreciate.
Thank you
your
for
time.
coming.
Yeah,
Really,
absolutely.
really appreciate your being here again.
No. Call me anytime other than this. I'm gonna pray before meeting.
Enjoy the 4th of July, man.
I've already got plans. Thank
See
you.
you.
Appreciate it.
All right, let's go back to our meeting. And no, anybody else wanting to speak or?
No, that was it.
Okay, let's move into we have the approval of the minutes of the previous meeting on June 10th.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes from the previous meeting.
I second that.
It's been moved and seconded. We approve the minutes of the meeting of June 10th. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. Now the financial items.
All right,
Mr.
we got
Manager.
Jason Farrell is on Zoom. So Jason, he's going to present the financial report for month ending May 31, 2026. With that, Mr. Farrell, you have the floor.
Let's get it.
All right. All right. See here. I'm sorry, guys. I couldn't be there today. I was out cutting grass yesterday and rolled my ankle and sprained it pretty bad and had to go to the hospital last night.
I hope you feel better.
He missed the spot. When
but-
you were mowing,
all right,
you
we'll
missed the
start-
spot.
Huh?
I said you missed the spot where you were mowing. Finish your mowing?
Well, I got all done, and I was taking some weed killer to the flower garden, and near the sidewalk where I was standing, I stepped off of it. I forgot about there was a huge yellow jacket hole there from last year that I forgot to fill in.
Whoa.
After we got the yellow jackets taken care of, and I put my foot down. I stepped in it and fell and twisted my ankle.
Well, we hope you get better soon, okay?
Yeah, I plan on being back. I'm trying to be back there tomorrow. I just wanted to give it a day to get the swelling to go down because I was pretty swollen up last night. So, and I couldn't even walk last night. So, but today I've kept my foot up most of the day and got me an ace bandage. So it's starting to feel a little bit better.
Okay, the spot you missed, I can't remember, was Paul's yard or Chad's yard, one of those 2 yards. Well, thanks. Let's go ahead with your report.
All right. Let's see here. We're 91.67% through the fiscal year as of May 31st, 2026. Let's see here. on the liabilities at the end of the, or so far, we have had $1.4 million in liabilities. We have a total debt of $17,405,051 in total debt currently. We've currently paid $46,644 in on principal of our bonds, which leaves our current debt service factor at 2.59. Our current water sales is at $9,363,275, which puts at 99 puts the percentage of our budget at 98.38%, which is 6.71% over budget. Our total revenues is at $9,932,748, which puts our percentage over budget at 7%. Our total operating expense is at $7,221,616, which puts that at 85.39%, which is under budget by 6.27%. And then currently we are over our chemical budget by 5.86% for the fiscal year so far. So we'll definitely be looking at, when we end this fiscal year, we'll look at adjusting that. But I think we have enough in treatment to account for it, because we're not over budget in treatment. We just need to adjust it within the department itself. So, but that's all for the financial report. Well, the financial statements.
When I was looking at the income statement, I had a question about, budget remaining and so on, like finance administration, a negative 183,000. What makes that up?
Let me look. Okay, that the budget remaining at negative 348,000. That's what we have left in the budget to spend.
Okay, I wanted to make sure that's what it was.
Yes.
Okay. Any questions, guys? No, we don't have more questions. Thank you. Let's make a motion to accept the treasurer's report or the finance report.
I'll make a motion to accept the report as presented.
I second that.
Moved and duly second. Any further questions? You said there weren't any, so let's vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
Unaccounted for water loss report month ending April 30th, 2026. Mr. Barrett.
Okay, unaccounted for water. We are, see here, our net monthly sales for, that's April. We sold 133,038,000 gallons worth, and our bulk water sales were at 1,417,000, which you'll notice that's the highest we've had all year long so far for April. So our net gallons lost was 79,433,000, which finished the loss percentage was at 34.57. But our monthly accountable loss that we due to leaks and then what was given to us from the contractors is at 22,757,000 gallons. So a total unaccounted for water loss at 56,676,000, which is a percentage 24.66%, and that brings our year-to-date average to 23.83.
A lot of it's due to the construction. There's a lot of
Are
construction.
Yeah.
they not able to account for any of that?
The 56 million.
Dave Barnett can tell you how they account for the losses out
They
there.
break them up. Do they start?
Yeah, the inspectors usually keep track of what, if they hit a line or if they open a hydrant to relieve pressure while they're doing tie-ins, to the best, they're trying to record, what size line it was or what was damaged or how long it rained. You're never gonna count 100% of it.
Sure.
But, it's all a guesstimate.
It's a ballpark.
Right.
Are some of the ones from the lines that will be abandoned and then they're still running?
Yeah, but what about like
The valves.
Valves
and everything,
leaking, are you
we're
kidding?
counting those.
you count those? Okay.
Because they've been going on for a while, a long
Right.
time.
Right. But,
Well, there's a lot of unknown, and sometimes we can't control.
Right. You
With
can't count
construction,
everything.
but it will get better as the job completes. And so,
Exactly.
At least we have some idea what's going on.
Right.
Okay. Any further questions? Okay, thank you. We'll accept the report because it's in our minutes, so.
All right. Thanks, Al. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Feel better.
Get better soon, buddy.
Okay.
Hey, thank you. Appreciate it.
Moving on to the TTHM, we have, Scott Turner here
Yep.
from, I'm still gonna call you Wiggins, because that's what our, Wiggins Engineering, but it's Val, what'd you say, Val something?
It's Volcraft, for our business side of it and tax side of it, but the engineering side is still Wiggins, so you can call us what you want, Jason.
Oh, right, because that's what our contract's with, so that's what we always show in the minutes.
All right, so
Yeah.
bring us up to date.
Yeah. So the larger 150 horsepower pumps ordered for the clear wells, we canceled those last Friday. The supplier asked us to hold off until yesterday for an updated delivery status, but we never received anything. So Billy and I decided we're done with them. We're not ever going to do business with them ever again. We've reordered the pumps with Pioneer. And we are now a Pioneer distributor where we hope we will not have these type of 18, 14-week delays. We think that we'll be able to give you an example, Jason, we're going to invoice for the November install dates, October install dates for phase 2. To do that, we need to order now, so we'll make sure that all these pumps are in for us to install and build for phase 2. And then we will turn around once Billy gets all the drawings, and we'll go ahead and invoice for the 40% for phase 2 also. But for Addisman and Broad Oaks, one of the 4 pumps supposedly shipped as of Monday, this past Monday. However, they still have not provided a tracking number. These are already in the system. They're telling us they're already going to be shipped on the 20th of this month. So based on the text that we received from our distributor, the other 3 pumps, which should be delivered in early May, now is expected to ship on 7/20, which means right now everything on the Connex units is complete, the tanks are finalized, the spray bars are installed, and the aeration systems are in place. But at this point, we are just waiting on the pumps and a few PLC components to finish out those units. But, the clear well tanks are also well underway. When we get those pumps for those, we'll be already built and ready to go. So, once we receive these pumps, guys, we're gonna be moving and shaking to come up there and get this thing completed. We'll keep you posted as soon as we see tracking information and updated delivery confirmations. But that's the game plan so far. All of this is out of our control. We can send you a letter from Carl Eric Johnson if need be from their mishap, but we've really terminated our business dealings with them. Any questions on that?
So the project completion date, what are you forecasting? What are you guessing?
Well, if we get everything shipped, now we're looking at probably mid-August as a forecast date for phase 1 for the first 2 tanks. And then I would imagine at the end of August, we'll have the clear well done.
Yeah. So we're getting at the end of the hot season coming up. We were hoping to have it done before, but I know
August is our worst time.
obstacles came into it as we come into the really hot months. We've been very fortunate this month. It's been pretty decent.
Yeah, we totally understand that. And we wanted to do all of this done by May, but this is something out of our control, guys. We just, I profusely apologize for our distributors, so our suppliers. But there's nothing we can do about it. So we're at the mercy of them, and now we've made precautions for phase 2, and we're making precautions for becoming a distributor, so we don't have to wait so long for these tanks to come in.
That's a Pioneer.
Yes, sir. We already ordered the pumps for the clear well as of, I think Billy ordered them yesterday. And they're telling us that's a 6-week turnaround. So we got one more week in June. So I would imagine we'll get these in
First part of August.
first part of August, and we'll be done by mid-August.
Okay.
That's the second goal. And then in the meantime, we're gonna start building phase 2 out and getting those parts in. Excuse me. And so we can jump ahead of time for the November deadline for phase 2. So
Yeah, any questions,
No,
Chad?
no question.
Paul? Hey, Scott, thanks for being with us today. We moved you up front. We're gonna
Well,
have to
thank
get
you.
the manager to put on our agenda here, so I don't jump ahead.
that's
Okay.
all right. Thank you so
Thank you.
much for that. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Have a
Thanks,
good week.
Jason. Thanks, Jason.
Everybody.
See you, man.
Bye, buddy. See y'all.
Okay. Let's move on then to the next.
Okay, back to the agenda is under General Manager's Report Business Matters, we have the Water System Improvements Project Phase 3A. Bobby Tennant.
Contract 1, Northview, they are at 31,038 feet of their 36,000. That was so it's from this time last month, they put in 1,783 feet. There's 676 of 890 services. That's an increase of 73 services. They're at 56 of their 70 hydrants. They've paved roughly 2,500 ton of their 10,000 ton. They've moved out of Northview, obviously, and are paving in town. When that project is finished in town, I believe they have another obligation to tend to, and then they'll be back into Northview sometime. They told me sometime in August. And of course, they have the city contract also, so they'll be paving streets that we are not paving under the city contract.
Okay.
Same contract.
Are those streets we're gonna be tearing up after they pave them?
No,
Okay.
not unless you come up with another contract.
No,
sometime in the
no,
future.
no. We don't want to do that.
No. So right now, they're just finishing up on Gulf Avenue, and they have some stuff over between 12th and 16th up around NDAC. Some loose ends they have to tie up. Then they'll move down to Riverside, and they're well ahead of schedule.
Great.
On the Staley project, they are at 30,867 feet of 53,600, which is an increase of 2,532 from the last report. They have 566 services of 1,448, so they put in 261 services. They were behind, so they've definitely caught up. They've got 60 of 105 hydrants in. They've paved roughly 2,900 tons of their 12,000 ton. That doesn't include their trench repairs. I think they're down somewhere around, if you remember, they were at 11,000 feet of trenches in gravel. They're down around 1,500 feet right now.
So they caught up on.
They definitely caught up
on paving.
Yeah, they definitely caught up. And speaking of the paving, starting on July 13th, they'll be back with the milling company and their paving division, and they're going to pave Temple Terrace, Ryder, Euclid, Nicholas, Carpenter, Hall Street from Nicholas to Duff, Coolidge Street, Ash, and Woodland. So all that down in that lower, they're going to start milling and paving. They'll have
that whole section be
all
all
that
that
complete.
around all the through there.
Yeah.
Well, that'll be a blessing to those
Yeah.
people.
That's
And
July
that-
13th?
they're supposed to start that July 13th.
Supposed to, it doesn't, no
Yeah, it's
guarantee.
tentative. Yeah, that's just what they tell me.
Yeah. Tentatively, it's
Yeah,
planned for that.
so on July the 6th, they're gonna start day shift out on Milford Street at Liberty Avenue, headed
Towards town.
north towards Magnolia. The first week, they're gonna just work day shift, just to feel it out. The second week, moving forward, they're gonna work around the clock, 4 days a week. And then Friday will be there. That way they can leave the lane closure up 24/7, Monday through Thursday. Friday morning, they'll break the closure down, do all their trench repair, and have it open for the weekend. And Monday morning, come back in and start all over again.
How long do they think it's gonna take to do that?
Hey,
It's gonna be a while.
it's gonna be a couple months from now, I would guess. It just depends on how it goes and how much stuff we have to go around and around. We already have to go, we met the other day, we're gonna go around that slip. We're gonna move the line to the other side of the road
On Milford.
on Milford below the old river bend. Hotel, yeah, we're gonna go to the opposite side
They're
of
on
that
the
slip.
sidewalk side on the other side.
Yeah, we were supposed to go on the slip side. We're gonna move to the other side and we're gonna install a valve on either end of that slip just in case we do have an issue. It can be isolated.
I saw, when I go down through there yesterday or whenever they have hash marks all up and down near the sidewalk in a foot or two. What's that?
I painted the plan line for the
Is that what that
DOH.
is?
When the white line is the plan where
White
we were
line.
supposed to go. That gave the DOH an idea of where we were supposed to be. Showed them that we need to get around your slip.
What's some of the other markings? There's the other markings like.
Well, the gas is marked, the water's marked, the sewer's marked. We're gonna be on the white line on the,
Sidewalk.
I guess that'd be the opposite side.
Yeah, opposite side.
Until we get to Magnolia and then we'll cross and we'll be on the right side, Magnolia apartment. Till we find we can't, then we'll have to job.
That'll go all the way clear down to Wendy's eventually or what?
Yep.
So the first part of it is most of the houses are on the right side going towards town.
Yeah.
Then it's the motel and
But it helps with the hydrants. The hydrants will be on the short side now. So we don't
Okay.
have to cross everything to get the hydrants in. And I've staked all the hydrants out clear to the park the other day, just trying to locate them where we don't have an issue anymore.
great.
Try to get them where
I think the big.
we don't have much right of way. The right of way is the back of the sidewalk, so you have a hard time getting them out of the sidewalk unless you can tuck them on a side street.
I think when you start seeing the blacktop going down curb to curb,
Yeah, it makes
then
sense.
people can see some daylight and,
Yeah.
we're hoping they can, because we've already done a big section, what they call a Staley apartment. That was a big job.
Yeah.
And now we're moving and got some of Staley started.
Yeah.
And I think when they start seeing that progress and then maybe go along,
Yeah,
it just
but then-
it takes time.
Yeah, the downtown, we've been working with them, Dave has, and make sure all the valve boxes are where they need to be. They're to Hardee's today and they're switched over and they're milled all the way down to Knights Columbus today, so they're headed back down Pike Street.
I noticed they were down because traffic was back towards Nutter Ford.
Oh, it's a mess, yeah.
Well, but it's
It has
part
to
of
be
it. You
done.
can't do it. It has to be done.
That's good.
I haven't been on the, Paul, have you driven down the park where it's, where Wendy's and McDonald's and all that? Have you driven across it? Is it really rough or anything?
No, I think it's good. I like it.
Is it pretty good?
It's not runway worthy, but it's,
It's a lot better than it was.
yeah.
I mean, some of the,
It's a lot
drains
better.
are up a
Yeah,
little
I've
bit.
seen some rough roads.
The water drops, is it like that, like this?
I mean, I'm just so happy that it's so much better. Maybe I'm expecting,
Me too.
maybe I'm not
I've been
as
across
much
it.
of a critic, but I mean, I noticed with the water drains, I mean, you go over, that's
Yeah,
still
okay.
get those.
I haven't seen it, that's why I
asked.
asked.
I don't know if that's expected or not.
I had somebody
Yeah,
mention it this
manholes.
morning and I didn't know.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the only thing I've noticed with issues with the job, and I.
How about the, thing that Frontier had? I did see that up by,
I go, Mark.
Gomart. Yeah, those up.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get with them and see if they.
Is that still like
It's not
that?
a riser issue, it's a lid issue. The risers are flush with the lid sits inside of the riser down.
Drops down.
And they need some kind of casting on underneath of their lid.
Get it
And
up.
that's for the DOH to decide, not us.
We're not in it. I
No,
hope
we're not.
people know
That's-
that, people
yeah.
listening, watching. Yes.
I think Jason Lane from the city will address, he's on vacation, but I think he had plans to address that when he gets back with them about.
Because this is Department.
What they done in the past was they paved over them.
Oh.
They just put blacktop on top of the lid.
Yeah.
And it was flush. Well, but as it comes loose, then it's a hole.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but there's several of them.
All right, how about the other projects? Anything?
They're done.
They're all done.
They're all completed.
Paving
I
the
think
streets.
the downtown project, we have a payment going out this time for the paving that took place down there. They still have a few items on their two punch list between them and the sanitary project to take care of, parking lots and.
Well, it looks like the Department of Heights doing a good job. I go to the intersections and they fan out towards the side streets. So when we come along, they have to do those streets. It'll look really good.
Yeah.
Match up pretty good.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bobby, for all
Okay.
you do, man.
No problem.
Any questions, guys? All right, let's move on.
All right, phase 3B, Doug?
3B, just continuing to work on the cut sheets for the drawing, so.
Yeah, so it's all in work in progress.
Yep.
Any questions at 3B? No, let's move on then to the next item.
The only actionable item in this section is that we have a payment requisition number 17. It's for the Cousins Road lead service line replacements.
All right,
Looks like we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5
this was the
for
mid-state.
$27,670.
I'll make a motion to approve to Mid-State Plumbing.
I second that.
Okay, so moved and seconded. The amount was stated, 27,670, I think it was.
Strong grant money.
All right, yes, it's not coming out of our pocket. All right, folks, so I ready to vote on it? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, fine.
All right, moving to the next item, Second Street Pump Station Project. Bob Davis, you got a pretty good update there for that project.
Yeah, APCO was in, that's our SCADA company. They came in last Monday. And by Thursday, had everything up and running and we were filling the tank with it. So everything went well. Tomorrow, the booster station, who made it, their programmer's coming out to do a couple adjustments. And then we should be pretty well good to go.
So Bob, it's plumbed in right now?
Yeah, we're actually filling it, everything. Yep.
Tank's full.
How's it been working for you?
Good, yeah. Yeah, we were able to do what we wanted to there for a little while, but we've got some other issues going on in town that we had to boost the pressure a little bit. But I think it'll be fine once everything's good.
Okay. You want to give just a real quick how that works up there? The tank's full and basically what happens?
Start at the beginning.
All right, so basically, let's just go at, the goal is at 10 o'clock, start filling that tank. And the reason we do that is because that's off-peak hours.
Okay, let's start at the very beginning. The reason we're doing this project, we weren't able to get the elevation.
Well, I thought you already knew that. I was going on why.
Well, I'm talking about people made saying names.
But
What we're trying
anyways,
to do.
all right, well, the reason we're doing this is because we couldn't get the tank full because of engineering design many years ago.
Okay, that's what we're trying to do,
Okay.
correct it.
So anyways, to correct that, we put a pump station up there that we can fill it. And then also we have a modulating valve that lets the water back out at whatever rate we want it to.
Yeah.
And then modulating valve, they're still tweaking that.
Yeah.
And this will really improve the hydraulics all throughout our system.
Oh yeah, we're finally able to, first time since that tank's been put in back in 1999,
Because
finally using 100% of the capacity.
Because
of
it was
that
put
tank.
at the wrong elevation, that's
Yes,
all.
it was too high.
It was just a little too high.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fix for it.
Way to go, guys. We got it fixed, Bob.
Yeah.
All right.
Now, Bob, the damages on it, anybody followed up with you on that?
When I talked to is it EFI, is that the name of the
EFI
company?
Solutions.
EFI, when that guy came out the first time, I do startup, he said that they would be back to fix all that stuff.
Perfect.
That's the side of the structure and all that.
That's the one that got damaged in transport. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All
Perfect.
right.
Do you have anything that Casey gave you? I think that's pretty much it. Okay.
What we're talking about, Lowndes Hill, up there where that thing is, there was a leak last night I saw on WBOI. They posted on Facebook about a leak on Second Street.
Mhm.
And right away, we get all these crazies on Facebook saying, oh, it's a new blacktop's tore up and everything. I've never seen such just absolute stupidity because it wasn't even nowhere near that. It was a Peril Court, wasn't going up Lowndes Hill. So we got that shut off pretty quick.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I didn't see anything more about it. I started to call you, didn't want to bother you. Okay,
Yeah.
let's move on then.
I'm amazed. They must watch our Facebook really close because I mean, it wasn't just 5 minutes after I posted it on there. You know, the Exponent already had it posted, and then I noticed that Channel 5 already had. I'm like, whoa, they must stop our page.
They got an alarm, it goes off.
Which is fine to get the word out.
Oh, yeah.
Basically, we just want people to stay
Well,
away from that area.
They report it accurately. It's just the people's response. They just
Yeah.
want to say, they want to blame it on everything that's wrong.
Yeah.
All righty. What's next?
All right, moving on. So we already covered the TTHM removal project. So the security enhancements project, this is the phase one.
Yeah. Did we table it?
Yeah, we tabled it. What do you all want us to do? We can do most of this work in-house and save a bunch of money. I know the price tag was a little sting. I think we can do it for much cheaper than that. I think doing the wall out there, the separation wall from the lobby to the operator station, I think it's gonna look nice.
I hope that's
The
my thing.
drywall.
I will make sure it looks good.
The drywall is gonna match the same color, everything, the facade's gonna all match, you know, the windows, we can proportion those windows, make it look nice in there.
I hope.
And then the only thing really we have to have contracted out is actually putting the doors in. We can't put the doors in for the hallway and then the back hallway.
Who'll be doing the work on the house?
We can, Zach, our maintenance, top notch, he's the one to put this in here. They do good work. The doors is really the only thing we gotta have to contract out, that and the door strikes, obviously, but we can run the wires and save money there. But when it comes down to putting the door strike units and stuff in, You know, maintenance can run the wires and everything, but the actual hardware is gonna have to be done by a vendor.
So are you ready to put that out to bid?
We are ready, we can put that out to bid, Warren needs direction.
What about all this high bulletproof stuff in this office here?
That kind of stuff? We just need to see about putting those windows in, because the electrical will be the same size. I can get with our guys and see if that's something they feel comfortable with, or maybe that's the only portion we have to contract out is just the exterior.
This wall on here.
Yeah,
I just think, well, I hate to something happen. But honestly, you know, I used to work in a bank. We never had that kind of protection where you get bulletproof walls and everything. I think we're overreacting. I'm sorry. We don't handle a whole ton of cash. We don't. You know, we don't.
But we don't.
There's other places that
we
do.
live in a world though.
Well, the thing is,
When people come in here, they're not happy.
Be cheaper to arm them.
yeah.
I don't disagree with you there.
Well, the thing is,
But we have people that come in here that are not happy with us.
I know they get disgruntled, but everybody has that. Is everybody doing the same thing? Putting bulletproof walls and everything up? I don't think so.
Yeah, I can't answer for anybody else.
Because we're gonna be something where nobody's gonna be able to breathe and move anywhere because of fear of something. And Lord, we wouldn't want anything to happen.
Right.
But also,
Let's, not to interrupt you, let's,
yes,
as a group, if we want to, let's go ahead and get the front doors taken care of. I know
Yes.
we want to do that.
and the
Let's go ahead
wall,
and get the security doors in the back, like, where our guys have to have the key to get through.
right,
And then, as you bring a design for the wall, we want to do that, and then we'll bring that up.
the wall, the windows on, I think, we're all for that. You know that.
Yeah, that's it. So the things that we have to get contracted out, we can go ahead and get
Yeah,
those.
let's go ahead and get moving.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm all for that
Yeah,
too.
we've been kicking the can on this, let's get some motion there.
So we'll let this guy, know, because he was making some more drawings, wasn't he?
Yeah, yeah,
So we need to let him.
You need a motion to, direct you to put it out for bid?
Yes.
I'll make that motion
Yeah.
to, direct general manager to put the project out to bid for the security doors inside the plant and the main front doors.
That's exactly right.
I second that.
Okay, I'm all for that too. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Because you described what we want.
Yeah.
Don't talk about it.
Right.
yeah, perfect. All right,
Thanks.
awesome. All right, there is, the only update on the Lumberport interconnection project. We initially were supposed to attend the technical review committee meeting on Tuesday. At the last minute, they changed that, and now we're going to be July the 28th, I believe, on their agenda. It was because of some changes we had to make to the application. So because of those changes, it's got to go back and start over again through the review process.
Now, this is through the state.
This is through West Virginia Water Development Authority and IJC.
This is the funding stuff. all the funding stuff.
Yeah, because we had to make some changes, it's gonna go back through again, go back through the review process. So we'll be on their agenda July 28th, so we didn't have to end up
This is
going.
the same thing you and I went to down the Charleston.
Yeah, I think, yeah,
Yeah, we were there.
Yeah. Oh, that's right.
yeah, Paul
I
went.
couldn't remember.
Are you going, so you're going to be there on the 28th?
We will be there on the 28th, yeah. Ryan and I'll be there, I believe a representative from Lumberport will be there as well.
Good deal.
So
I'm
that's
sure they're
that's the
anxious
only
to get
update.
this
Do you have
started.
anything else to add to that? I think that's
No,
pretty
I
much
think
it.
that's pretty accurate.
Yeah, we were hoping to get there and it'd go to the full council 1st of July, but because of some changes we had to make, process starts over again, which is fine. It just puts us down a month, but
Okay.
it's okay.
All right. Thanks for that report. Any questions anymore? All right, let's move to the next item.
All right, the water treatment plant expansion project. We have Doug here is going to give us an update on that.
Just a quick, we were talking about, kind of when we got a chance to talk about a desktop review of the water treatment plant capacity components. So what I will start off by saying is, this is the stuff that was in the previous engineer's reports.
Yeah.
This is not necessarily what you actually have in
I
place.
understand.
With that.
This was Scanlon Fleming.
Yes. And so I've talked to Bob a little bit about this. And the intake structure is a little difficult. They don't address that in any of their books. And it's a little bit hard to do that because the flow capability and capacity of that intake structure is very dependent upon the level of the river too. The higher the river gets, the more outside pressure you got, the more your low suction pumps, your low head pumps can pull in water more. And so the same thing is true when we're talking about our raw water pumps. We've got numbers on there of about 12 million, I think. Bob and I talked about those, that we can get it up to that high, but, so I should also say on this thing, I've got what is current and high rate variance. And current is current as of about, 1995 or 2005, whatever those dates were on those. And high rate variance is, some of these things have been upgraded, not necessarily upgraded, but, uprated to say we can do more, because if you can prove to the health department that it'll treat better, they will allow you to say, okay, instead of 10 million, we'll let you do 11 million. Okay. And there are some things in here which have been done over the years, and they indicated that those were high rate variances. Now, those are good, but those are also things that as time goes on, those start to creep back down because your treatment starts to suffer over time. Everything has a little bit of degradation. And think about the high rate variance as your plant is working in its optimal position. And so at some point, even a high performance car starts to just go down a little.
So you say mainly equipment and everything?
Equipment,
Maintenance.
your pipes.
Just wear and tear.
Just wear and tear, sediment accumulation in pipes that doesn't get cleaned
Yeah.
out all the time. Just
Yeah.
little things here and there are going to happen.
That's your degradation.
And your plant is what now, 40 years old, plus or minus, something like that. So even though you've had some upgrades in between, you still have components that start to drop.
About 40 years old.
Yeah. So again, the big things that I saw on here, one is your filtration. If you notice that, that is with one of your cells out, because typically what your health department does is say, if you've got 6 of them, then you need to leave one out, because you're at some point you're going to be backwashing that or something. And so we really rate it based upon 5 instead of 6. And so that is what your current value is on that one. We had 8.34, and your 10.3 is really where we're talking about all of them being in place, or just a high rate variance there. Okay. So that's one place where I look at it, and at least on the paper, looks like we might be a little bit thin on what we're able to produce.
That's our choke point.
But right now, it appears to be that way.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I really want to, in these things here, just caution, this is stuff that is presented in a book without actually doing a hydraulic study through the plant.
You're just going through the information, again, of plumbing repair.
Just kind of putting it all on one page.
That's been 40 years ago.
Yeah, instead of putting it on 500 pages, pull it out, put it on one page. So at some point, it is a good exercise and also a good planning tool to do a complete flow study through the plant to see where these numbers actually fall. And sometimes you find out where, something, we were surprised when I was at Morgantown Utility Board, and we had our filters, we thought, well, these things are doing great. They do fantastic. We've been getting good, clean water. Well, then when we finally did a stress test on them, we realized, yeah, they were doing great because we never stressed them. And when we started pushing them a little bit, we realized we needed to do some filter media replacement. And so we may do this and go, you know what, we can push these even further than what we thought.
But when did we replace our filters out there last?
Just last year.
I just say, it was just done.
Yeah.
Flux. We did some work out there too.
Yeah, I do too, so.
Yep.
So that's like a maintenance upgrade of 2 cylinders.
Yep. And so again, those are places where we would want to take a look at this and just see where, if you're planning for, okay, all we want to do is make sure we've maximized everything for the plant we've got in place. And we want to get everything to 12 million and that's it. Okay, let's take a look and see what that takes. Or do you want to go, hey, look, we could get a good bit of this if we take some of these components up to 15.
Yeah.
And we go ahead and know that some of these others will catch up at a later point. But again, just wanted to throw something in front of you guys to think about on this.
The reason we're looking at this because it looks like maybe with any luck, the area will start growing and the demand for water is going to grow. And some of these things may require a lot of water. And right now it'd be challenging.
Yes.
And if we're going to plan for 15, why not take a look and see what's the possibility of 12 to 15, right? Looking down the road.
Right.
But 12 is what we'd like to get to, because that's what we were designed for originally.
Right.
When it says, so the filtration with one line off, are the flock basins and the sedimentary basins, would those numbers be one line off as well, or is that just your max?
They're just a mess. Because you really don't take those, when you take those out of service, you do those in a very specific period where you're pretty sure you're not gonna have any high rates or no draws. On the, filtration part of that though,
Backwash.
you've got that occurring daily or,
Gotcha.
on a
Cycle
regular,
weekly.
it's a cycle.
Yeah.
So you wanna make sure that you've allowed that extra.
Right.
So it looks like our high service pumps, they're at their max at 12.
I think you always want to take a look at those. And again, here's just a thought. Some of these processes, you can push more water through them in a very short period. And so let's say that you needed, you just do it at a 15 million gallon a day rate, but you only can do it for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Just to give it a bump out into the system.
How long?
Yeah, this, on the sewer plant, you gotta be careful with that because you got bugs in the system that you're using a treatment.
Right time.
Right, so you gotta be careful with that. Here, you're talking about chemical additions and stuff like that. Now, at the same time, as Bob and I were talking about, you gotta be careful because sometimes if you're trying to pull 15 million through and your basins only can handle 12, you can't pull 12 through there or 15 through there because as you're trying to pull it through there, it'll actually overflow your basins. And so, you have to really look at that. And sometimes it is a domino effect of, well, if I'm going to do this, I've got to do this part.
So I recommended doing this flow study.
I highly recommend it because again, all the stuff we've got is where we started at, 40 and 20 years ago with some upgrades that have occurred in between, but we don't really have a to-date kind of says, here's exactly what we have on each of these components.
We just don't have a handle on. We
Can
just
we
gotta
give
get
you direction for that to start that?
That's part of your task order.
It is, but what we had done is, I had come in and you guys asked me to do something and kind of keep the cost down. So I've done this through, and so really I'm not going to charge anything for this. This was just really a reading exercise on my part. I will get with my guy who does the plant. I think we originally talked about doing that flow study, but I can't remember if we had done
Well,
anything.
let's not just guessing. Just get back to us after you talk to them and review it.
Okay.
Because right now it's going to be a guesstimate or try to remember.
Yeah.
Let's just get it.
Yeah.
There's no hurry today.
Right. I'll have that at their next meeting. I think we've already done it, but I want to make sure I'll talk to him again first.
Currently with this information, we're looking at, being able to provide the water for the county's needs right now.
The counties, yes. If you have somebody who comes in and says, hey, I'm going to need 3 million a day,
That's going to push it.
I think you're going to be right at the edge.
Well, the new power plant's going to have a demand, aren't they? That new
Nothing
gas
close to
fire,
it.
nothing like this.
Or
Yeah.
about 600,000 a day.
And do we take into account like above ground storage? Like, what do we have capacity to hold while we're making, if they're not,
I haven't looked at your above ground storage specifically. I will as part of
That's
this,
a good point, Paul.
but I think you're pretty good on your storage. I think you've got a couple of days of storage in there.
1.2.
1.2. Okay, you're behind it.
1.2, Bob?
Yeah,
you say?
1.2.
Yeah.
That's not a long period of time.
Typically, you want to have 2 days storage. If you start getting more than 2 days, then you start running into the stuff that Scott and those guys. are
Yeah,
trying.
you're going to have the turnover and all that. Yeah. Okay.
What is our current demand?
6 to 8.
Well, right now, it kind of varies, probably around 8.
That's a max.
No, not max. You asked what the
I mean,
average
what's
is.
the max you've seen?
I've seen probably 10.5.
That's scary.
that's a lot of bulk water sales too, right? And
That'd be that'd be leaks, it's everything.
Yeah, leaks.
That's when you start getting scared. That's why I want to know what's the maximum, because that's one of the things they.
We can figure it out. Try it.
But
See
you're
what you
right,
push through.
leaks and all kinds of stuff
Yeah.
contribute to it.
And here's the
No,
other.
I mean, I'm not stupid enough to do that, but I mean, you can,
Yeah.
you can ramp it up a little bit and the
Yeah.
pressure start, you quit it. I mean,
Yeah,
it's not like I'm going to go out there and blow the system up.
no,
But I mean, depending upon what particular component of this is, I mean, you're potentially looking at from the time you start to the time you flip the switch on this thing is a couple years.
Right.
You know, so this is one of those things where if we're gonna do this, we need to really think about ahead. And I'll be based upon, once we get this done, I'll have a better answer, but a lot of times what we wanna do is look at this and go, we wanna do this in year 2, this in year 4, this in year 8, or maybe something like that. But I won't know until we get a study done.
And you're right, it goes beyond the water plant. It goes even to our storage capacity
Absolutely.
outside. So
Yeah.
it's,
Absolutely.
Okay, any quite more questions on this, guys? All right, the next item is, let me see what we have here. The insurance proposal.
yes, WB Corp's insurance proposal.
What's
So
that?
it's, you look down here on page 6.
Actually look through that thing. file.
Our proposed renewal is $165,557. About 5%, which is exactly what Jason budgeted, so I recommend approval.
Okay, guys, we all have a
We
copy.
had a lot of claims this past year, and it only raised 5%. That's pretty
I
good.
thought it was gonna be more, to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
Anybody, we've got it in our packet, you sent it out to us, so we've all seen it.
Yeah.
What's your pleasure on this, fellas? We have to have it.
Yeah, I'll make a motion that we renew the proposed proposal from West Virginia Court for the policy term July 1st, 2026 to June 30th, 2027.
Second, Chancellor.
Now, moving to second, is there any further discussion? We've had a chance to review it. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. This last thing is the building services agreement. Let's talk about that a little bit.
I had some questions that,
Yes.
in regards to this, and I think that it needs more of the discussion. I'd like to table this so we could have a longer discussion about some of the.
Yeah, I think some things that came up since we originally, when you brought it up about charter information and so on, we need to look at it a little closer before we get in.
I'll second that motion, Ted.
Okay, we're gonna move the table it without no discussion. We don't have any discussion. Let's move the table. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Let's move the table. Good deal. I was worried.
Okay, board member and employee reports. Anybody up at the table here have anything?
No.
Bob,
Everybody's going great.
everything going good there?
Nothing about that.
Was enthusiastic.
The only thing that I wanna add here is that the EPA has responded back to our request for reimbursement on the expansion tanks.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They have approved that as an expense. I've talked to Doug last evening. We've got to put together a reimbursement program.
Okay.
It's just.
So we've got to work with some local plumbers to see exactly how much we're willing to reimburse.
I have a question on that.
Uh-huh.
Are we going to reimburse
Oh, yes.
everyone in the city?
We're back from the beginning.
From the beginning.
Is
And
that
how
just
about
for-
individuals that aren't maybe being affected with the actual with the higher pressure? Like
It's not a pressure issue.
It's not yet, this is the thermal.
Oh, this is just
This
expansion.
is not the
Oh,
PRA.
PRA.
Yeah.
So, but everyone could get the expansion.
Yeah.
Everyone's getting a check valve.
Just check
Yeah.
out.
That's everybody. That's.
So that's good about
With
they're getting
expansion,
reimbursed. That's
yeah, and
great.
then, you know,
That's awesome.
We'll have to set, and the reason we gotta set parameters is because some people put them in themselves. So, it's gonna be a set amount or actual cost
Of material.
of the material.
So they'll have to show like that if
They'll
they have
have to,
someone
yes, they have to
Yeah.
provide that.
that they got it done by somebody.
What they estimate the cost was
Like,
$60.
no, it's like
or something.
$300 to put them in.
I've heard somewhere between $300 to $600 is what the local
Yeah, that's
plumbers
what I've been hearing.
is charging to put
So
those
this is
in.
not just for the part, we're gonna pay for everything.
We've got to sit down and we're gonna have to come up with an amount that's fair.
Jeez.
Doesn't matter what they pay, this is what we.
This is what we're willing to
Market
help
prices.
with.
I would recommend setting a cap on that.
Yeah,
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
right. I think.
we have to,
We have to.
just like we did the
And there's
PRVs.
gonna be grant funding for this?
Yes, it'll be coming
No,
off,
wait, granting, there's additional grant funding or coming out of money out.
coming
Well,
off, that's what Steve said.
No, that's what I want to be clear on.
okay, so there's gonna be a slight, this is still if it is a lead service line, then yes, it does apply for the 49% grant, 51% loan money. If this is just one where you repaired a line, a service line and put in a new meter pit, but you didn't do anything on their line, but you put in a check valve,
Check out which.
that does not qualify for the grant money.
So that's another question I have.
So that'll come out of our loan.
That comes out of your loan, or you got some loan forgiveness money, if I remember
Yeah.
right. So you could do that.
We just need to schedule the number of people
Yes.
on both sides.
We need to know that, so, and we gotta be very particular about how we do
Yeah.
that. But again, remember, this still falls under, I'm almost positive, under the same rules that your plumber does. That whoever installs it has to, has to provide the insurance and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, Jesus, okay.
Licensed
Mine's on
plumber,
that.
not a contractor, licensed plumber.
I don't think we could do the whole packet, 'cause we couldn't go back in time and take a prior picture, a after picture. We wouldn't have that information. It wouldn't be the total package that we do with the galvanized line replacement.
So
But we didn't know. Moving forward, you could, if you want, if they did it. But going
Well,
backwards.
we're gonna have to think through this.
Yeah.
absolutely, what I wanted to let you know
Yeah,
is
it's
that,
wonderful news.
that they did approve.
That's great
that.
news.
So we've got to set up a program.
That's really good that we got
Talk
that.
to.
We got the.
Hey, Jason,
Uh-huh.
on the EPA money, we've pretty much expended all that. I mean, we're down to the last draw on it, I believe,
Yeah, this
of
is
that
on the,
6.88 million.
this
What's
is on the
that?
drinking water. This is on the drinking water, state revolving, right?
Oh, okay. Well, I just want to say about the EPA money, that money there is about all expended.
I've seen that in the last straw. That's the
CDS.
That's the earmark, the CDS money. is what
Okay.
he's talking about.
Yeah.
Don't think-
I
think-
just didn't, I thought you said EPA money. That's the reason why I mentioned, that's why I consider the EPA money.
Yeah, we have EPA money. That's also that 49.51% is also EPA money.
Don't think
Okay.
Just so I understand, we have monies out there. We've got loan money. It's a pool of money from loans. We had grant money and so on. And so they approve, says, yes, we can use grant money or whatever it might be to do this project. Now, if we got that money, we've already pre-approval because we needed this amount of money for loan, this for that. That's a source of funds. And it's dedicated to helping the project. Now we come along and add this in and take it out of that, something else has got to give. Is this coming out of an existing program, or is this going to be all new loan money?
This is coming out of your existing pot of money.
So when you take it out of the existing pot of money, we planned to use for that money.
Yes.
So I'm afraid we're doing that thinking, we got approval to use that money, but we had plans for it. Why did we put it in unless there was enough contingency to take care of it?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? If you borrow the money,
Yep.
you've got projects out there, you're going, that's why you put the money out there. Then you come on, take something else, and we'll take it out of that money. Something's got to give.
Right.
That's
Well,
my only
and
concern.
don't forget, we have phase 2 coming in. So, we may have to hold the back on some of this stuff.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Something's going to cut.
And get reimbursed. Because, again, we're toward the end of phase 1 brigade in finding this stuff out because we didn't realize how much of a problem this was going to be until now.
When you put the check valves and all
Yeah,
that.
so going forward, we're going to be ready going into phase 2. But, we feel obligated to try to help the folks.
We should.
This is impacted.
We should.
So thankfully that the EPA did see our side of it and did approve it.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
we'll take a look at it, see our funds, see where they fall on the schedule.
Yeah.
And we'll-
Let's just work through that. We want to do it, but we got to make sure we do it
We just got to make
smart.
sure when we're ready to pull the trigger on this and start getting those reimbursements coming in, that we have guidelines and things like that.
Exactly
So,
right.
Yeah. But the good thing is that they approved it and
That's the big-
hopefully
that's the
there's some
good
relief
news.
inside,
Mhm.
insight for our people.
Okay.
So.
It's huge.
All righty. Good deal.
And that's all I have, so we can go an executive session.
I make
Okay,
a
guys,
motion that we
we're going to go into an executive session